What is going on, guys? My name is 4G. So today I wanted to talk about how skill-based matchmaking has ruined Fortnite Battle Royale, because there's just a lot about this. First of all, I do not understand. As someone who typically plays above average, or at least slightly above average, again, not saying I'm some fantastic player, that's not at all what I'm saying, but I usually play a lot of video games, so when I do play a lot of video games and I have put a lot of time into them over the years, you know, you're going to be a little bit better than the average player, statistically or whatever. I'm going to use that word a lot, by the way, in this video, statistically, because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to stats, when it comes to the bell curve of skill, because it doesn't make sense to have skill-based matchmaking in a battle royale game, because the first point right now is it's a battle royale game. We are supposed to be playing a game. We are supposed to be playing a game that is fighting 99 other players, and you actually, it's a competitive game. The whole reason that Victory Royale matters, or mattered in the first place, doesn't matter anymore, you know, but it did back in the day. It was because you're playing against 99 other players. You don't know who it is. It could be a quote-unquote John Wick who's going off, man. He's building his towers, but yet you somehow destroyed his builds before he could get down, and you killed him, and you had a fantastic Victory Royale. There's so many different memories that I've had back in the day destroying better players than me. Just out of luck? Yeah, sure, probably. But either way, it happened. Things that would never happen in a skill-based matchmaking lobby, because, like, let's say skill-based matchmaking works the way it does. That means you're just playing against people of around your skill the entire time. There's no learning there. There's no getting better. There's no actual reward. Your Victory Royale, in reality, in harsh truth, your Victory Royale means absolutely nothing if you're not going against people who are slightly better than you, and maybe even worse than you, because in reality, if there was no skill-based matchmaking, there would be a skill curve, right? There would be below average players in your lobby, just a little bit of them. Then most of it would be filled with average players. Then you'd get a little bit of the above average, and then the really good players, you'd probably get one or two or something. You know, that's how it would work out, something like that, a bell curve. But most of them would be average, and statistically, you watching this video, you are average, statistically. Again, I said I was going to use that word a lot. I wasn't lying. So what is the problem here? At that point, then there's no difference between skill-based matchmaking being on or off, because most people are average. So most people, you're going to find most people of your skill anyways, but at least sometimes you get people who are lower level than you, and those lower level people would then be able to, I mean, you're going to get stomped on as a lower level no matter what. Even if you're going against other terrible players, unless you're playing against literal bots, you're not going to get killed. That's just how it is. It's a competitive PvP game. I'm not sure why we're choosing competitive PvP games and saying this is the game I need to play just to relax. Like, it doesn't ever make sense to me. If I want to relax, I'm going to go play a game that's PvE or like story-based games or something. I'm not going to play a competitive shooter. That, especially one like Fortnite, where there's a building mechanic that has the skill gap. It's one of the most insane skill gaps in any game, if we're being real. Like, I don't know of any, like, I cannot ever get to the point of where these people are sometimes, and it's because you have to put in thousands of hours, and I do have a couple thousand hours over the last 6 years that this game has been out, that I've been playing since day one, but I'm still never going to be as good as the people who sit there playing. And even if they do sit there play, like, even if I did put in that time, I'm still not going to be as good as some people, because, like, just genetically, people are better at certain things than others. That's just life, all right? I'm not going to sit there complaining about sweats, though, because of that. I get on to have fun. I get killed. Sucks, whatever. You back out, you get into another game. What's the big deal? Why do we need this skill-based matchmaking crap? Now, another reason I don't like skill-based matchmaking is because it just waters down the matchmaking. It makes it worse, because now you're injecting bots into my lobby. So because of skill-based matchmaking, they're going to have a much longer queue time as they wait to try to find people around your skill. It's never, like, perfectly, it's not ever going to be so perfect that it's finding people exactly your skill every single time. It's just not going to happen. It's a battle royale game. Even in games where it's not a battle royale game and it's much smaller lobby sizes, that's still not going to work out that way. But either way, because of that, it has to now inject bots, because they don't want you sitting in queue for 20 minutes, right? So now you're playing a game where you're not even playing a real battle royale against 99 other people. No, now you're playing against maybe 50 other people and 49 bots. Like, what is the point in that, man? That just ruins the game. in my opinion. I don't like bots. I think bots are the worst thing that they've ever added to Fortnite, and that's saying a lot, because I think there's a lot of terrible things they've added to Fortnite over the years. But man, bots just completely kill the game for me personally. I think they are fine if you wanted to load up a specific lobby for bots, like, you know, in creative or whatever. You can do that. You can load up bots on the Battle Royale island, or at least you used to. I don't know if you still can. I don't know. They always change that. I don't know. They sometimes take that away, put it back in the game. I don't remember what it's called, Creative Royale or something. I don't know. Point is, something like that, like combat training almost, so that you can still, you just want a chill game, you just want to play against bots just for the fun of it, okay. But I can understand if you would want to do that. I wouldn't personally want to do that, but I can maybe see it, is what I'm trying to say. I could maybe see it. But loading up into a regular game that you know actual players are going to be in and expecting to win without being good at the game, I mean, where did this mentality come from, bro? You just have to get the prize for winning. You got to have the prize for it. Like, if you want to play a game that you can win no matter what, there's so many out there. You don't have to be online games. Or how about this? Just play the ranked mode. Honestly, the ranked mode, if you're bad, you're going to get put up against bad players. Simple as that. But there's no bots there then. You want your bots, right? Well, then go play Creative Royale. Go play against your bots. I don't know why we need skill-based matchmaking. We don't. That's the answer. Another reason why skill-based matchmaking is terrible is just because of the fact that people can use it and manipulate it to get into lower skilled lobbies and just completely punish only bad players. Like, if you see people like this with 400 plus crowns, usually they're just a bunch of dorks who sit there with their second accounts and they queue in to low-level lobbies. It's very simple to do. You just make a second account, load it up on your phone, your Switch, some sort of secondary device. You invite that account, maybe get it to level 10 first, actually, because you want to get those crowns to actually count. They won't count if you're playing in, like, literal bot-only lobbies, but if you are, like, level 10 or something, you'll start getting some real players, so it'll count then. You invite that account once it's about level 10. You just load up. Maybe you back out once you hit the lobby with the second account. You just solo queue that. It's very easy. If you're even average at the game, playing against these kinds of players, you're going to get so many kills, man. So many crown wins. And that's why, another reason, crowns mean absolutely even less than they already did. Like, crowns mean nothing in reality, but they really don't mean anything when there's skill-based matchmaking in the game. Not just because of that, because you could be getting crown wins in lower skill lobbies, which it's just what? What's the, like, okay, good job, man. Or you could be getting crowns against lower skill lobbies when you're a much better player. It doesn't make any sense. By the way, can we add like a crown shop or something with like specific cosmetics that you can get each season that are only available for that season if you get a certain amount of crown wins? I think that would be pretty fun and give me a reason to grind some crowns out, because right now there's nothing to grind for in Fortnite, in my opinion. There's absolutely nothing. I do not care about the challenges they drop, the battle pass. I don't care anymore, for being real. Gone through it a million times, but that's a separate topic for a different day, I guess. But, you know, add some sort of crown shop. I think that would be pretty fun. Actually give a reason to own some crowns. Don't make it like 100 plus crowns or something crazy. Just enough, you know, just enough so that an average player could still get over the course of a season or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to be like some prestigious reward or something. Just something that takes a little bit of a grind. But either way, okay, that's another reason I don't like the matchmaking system right now, because people can easily manipulate it. I don't know. It's just not a great experience overall. I think that if you did play with no skill-based matchmaking, especially back in the day, you understand what it was back then. I mean, you could say the skill gap increased, but we don't really know for being... I mean, of course, it has because people play longer, but at the same time, that we don't really know. Like, we've never seen what Fortnite looks like without skill-based matchmaking since 2019. So really, we do not truly know. We're making assumptions that the player base has gotten better. I mean, maybe in competitive, they've gotten better for damn sure. You already know that because, I mean, you can just see it. You can see how they play. You see how they strategize, and, you know, there's just ways around it for top-tier pro players. But I'm talking about like the average player. Did they really get better, or did skill-based matchmaking just make it appear that way? That's all I'm saying. Because having no skill-based matchmaking would actually make more balanced matches overall. And you also would have a much smaller queue time. You wouldn't have to deal with bots again. Man, the whole reason I was fine with skill-based matchmaking back when the game originally announced that they were going to do that is because I thought they were going to stop adding stupid crap like the mechs, and they did for a little while, but eventually then they started adding things again, like the mythic drum gun, for an example. Like, I mean, that's right now in Fortnite Reload, which I think is kind of funny. It's not as good as it used to be, I feel like. Maybe I don't know. I swear that thing was amazing. Maybe it was just because aim assist was broken back then, and it's not really that much now, but it was really broken back then. You could just L2 spam with it, and it would would be a goddamn laser beam and lock onto people's heads with a fire rate that felt like as fast as a minigun or something. One more quick thing I just wanted to add into here is just the fact that when you are above average, you should be better and being rewarded for that. You shouldn't be then punished by being put up against people who are then also better. So you're improving, but you never actually see that improvement because now you're just getting stomped the exact same amount because now the game is putting you with people of that skill. So even though you're technically better, it doesn't actually feel rewarding to get better. And that just is an issue with every single game that has skill-based matchmaking beyond something like some sort of ranked mode. If you're playing a ranked mode, is different because at least then you have a rank to show for it. When it comes to public match skill-based matchmaking in games, you have nothing to show for it. So you're just getting punished for absolutely nothing. You're getting better, but it's almost like you don't want to get better because why am I going to get better when you're then going to go against people like this all the time? But if you stay bad, if you stay playing poorly, well, then you're just going to play against all the bad players as well, and it's probably going to be easier overall because you'll have a better chance, basically, at getting it. It's just, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing for the game. But anyways, yeah, there's not much else to say about this here. I think I've made my point. Skill-based matchmaking has ruined Fortnite, in my opinion. I don't think that it should be in the game. It'll probably never go away. It's been in the game longer now than the amount of time we didn't have skill-based matchmaking years ago. It's been like 5 years since they've added it, and, Fortnite didn't have skill-based matchmaking for 2 years. It's never going to go away because there's a lot of lower skilled players. They get tricked by it if we're being real. They just get like this false sense of accomplishment. Honestly, I think it's kind of sad. Like, it's just, the game is just constantly manipulating you. Call of Duty does the same crap. Make you think you're better than you are, but then you go play X-Defiant and you get absolutely stomped because X-Defiant, similar to Call of Duty, but it doesn't have skill-based matchmaking. And if you're getting stomped in that game but doing good in Call of Duty, I got some bad news for you. Your ass. But anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. If you guys enjoyed, a like would be greatly appreciated. If you're new here and you like videos like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.